Happy Tuesday. We are here with a writer's edition. I've gotten a lot of requests for it. I've gotten a lot of like, when am I going to do another one? What's a little bit more tips? Because I know a lot of y'all have been asking for more. So I'm going to kind of get into it. But first off, I do want to say I'm so sorry I did not post last week. It's been very hectic. I've been trying to figure out the blurriness on the camera and kind of get a little bit more of an awesome things for you guys. And also, I did get a new backdrop for our videos. I'm kind of working on it right now. It is a very surprise, and I hope you guys do enjoy this. And if you are new, please like, comment, share, subscribe. If our comments are working, you're more than happy to comment on our videos. If they're not, I do leave a link to our Instagram to where you can head over there and comment on our last post. And don't forget to go like our Facebook as well. I do post on there if it's like a late delay on a video, or if you don't have YouTube and you still want to watch our videos, you can definitely go watch them over there. And I do have all of my information for today's video right in front of me. As you can tell, this is a new setup. I hope you enjoy this one. I do have a lot more coming. I actually am setting up a little office for me and everything like that. But you guys know I do like to say this in every video because it is an amazing website and an amazing app, which is Freeprints, which it comes in this little envelope. And on the back, it has the photo book and photo tiles. I do use both. I love them and the free photos. And someone mentioned in my comments about how you do get 1 5x7 photo book free every month, and that is correct. You do. And as you can see, I did write my promo code right there, which is in every description and in every video. I do have it in our About Me as well. And I do like the photo tiles. I did use this on a few pictures for me and my family. They love them. And you guys, I do have a few pictures here with me. And as you can see, I do have the book cover for book 1, which is amazing. And then I also have this picture, which is another cover. You will either get this one or this one in one of the packages, which is a special item. I know a lot of y'all have been loving this one. I do love it. The creation that I came up with was very awesome. I loved it. I wanted kind of like a mystery type for it. And this is book 2's photo cover. I do love this one. The picture was taken by a family member. It kind of just like, after this family member took it, it was very awesome to look at and kind of edit and create a book title for it. I do love that one. And so a lot of you guys have been asking, can you change the photo in your packet? Yes and no. The reason why I say yes and no, for book 1, you will get, you will get one of these. And if you would like, which is called a special item, which I may throw in there, which will be this one or this one. I do call these special items because these were some of the different book titles that I wanted to do with the book as well. I wanted to kind of keep it a little similar to what the book cover looked like. So what I may do, since I have kind of updated about the book packages and stuff, is where I'm going to limited 2 per person, to where you can only get 2 copies of either book 1 or book 2. And so other people do have a chance to get it. And the copyright information, which I will get into that later through some of the vocabulary words. I did do research about the copyright information about a book and, everything that you need to know about writing. But you will be able to choose between those 2. Yes, I will let you, if you do want a special item, And what I mean by special item it is I do have different ones of these saved for special items or special giveaways and everything like that, which all that information is in our Facebook post. I will have that in a different video, maybe with our next sit down with me. I'll kind of go over a little bit more about it. But if you would like to use my promo code, which I do leave it in every video, which is right here, you can definitely take a screenshot, write it down, just so you have it, so you can definitely get your free month of pictures. I love it. It's an amazing app. And we're going to get right into the vocabulary words. I do leave all the vocabulary words that I go over in our videos on our Facebook page. I do take a picture of them and the definition and stuff, so you can definitely kind of go over, write them down if you want to, just so you have them. And if you would like to know where I got them from, I will definitely leave that link in the description. I love the website. There's a lot of quizzes, a lot of games and stuff that definitely helps you out with writing. I can definitely say that. For today's, I just picked a few. So I'm going to get started. And today's question is a follow-up quotation, which is a question that follows a source to respond to another question intended to get the source to add or continue with an answer or an explanation. The reason why I picked that one is because in my book, there's a lot of questions like, why is, Kevin went like this way, or why didn't he, get a lot of questions asked? Why was there a lot of answers? So I figured this was a good vocabulary word that I used a lot, and I always went back to one. And I did like that one as well. It is very helpful. And then deadline. Deadline means give yourself, I give myself about a month for a rough draft. I said, here you go, here's my deadline. I want to see if I can come up with the book. Will I have enough for chapter 1? Will I be able to have enough for chapter 5 or 4? Which is the latest time a story can be finished in order to be printed in the paper or shown on the newsstand. That is the definition for deadline, but I also use deadline as, okay, I need to make a deadline for chapter 1. I need to make a deadline for what the story is about. I need to do a deadline on, each chapter or each character. Is this character going to move on to the next book? I always use that one a lot. And this one, which I'm going to save one vocabulary word for the after you're done with the rest of them. And this one is objective, which is a lack of personality, feelings, or bids. And when I say objectively, which means does this character have feelings? Is this character angry? Or what's their personality? What's their intentions in the book? Do they hate this person, or do they have a relationship with somebody? That's definitely something I always went back on. I always made sure I had each character's feelings, what they were, what they liked about themselves, and what they like to do in life. Just so if anyone in the book wanted to know that, or if anybody a fan or you guys would like to know what's their passion, what's their character in the book title. And another one is called tip, which is an idea for a story. I use this one a lot. I also had the website as well, which I will leave down below. A tip is what's this tip for when they go to the diner retail, which is, what's their tip for going there, or, what's their tip for the family background. I use that a lot in the book and on my videos as well. I try to make sure that I covered all my bases and everything like that. And the next one is human resource. which is a person who was directly involved in an event, which means like Kevin's parents, his aunt, the girlfriend, the town mayor. I made sure that they were all part of an event that was either big, drama, like the family background, the aunt, how she kind of just spilt everything. And I kind of made sure that like each person was either involved or some type of investigation into it or knew about it. That's kind of how I use that word in the book and I was writing. And paraphrase. A paraphrase is a summary of what the speaker said, reworded by the operator or reporter. Sorry. Which is, I used that a little bit. I didn't use that word too much, but I kind of wanted to put that in there as, okay, this is what this means, this is what this will mean, and the speaker, which was Kevin, I made Kevin's mind most of the speaker throughout the book. He was the one that was going through his brain, like, this is what I want, this is what I need, this is the life I want to live, like, how do I go up to this person, or why am I with this person, like, why didn't I get told this thing? That's kind of what I did with the paraphrase, is I made sure that either the speaker was talking, or I made sure that the speaker was one person in each chapter, or each few pages, or each paragraph, just so you guys weren't confused, or if I was gonna, switch it up, at least, for me, to you guys would know, and the people who would read my book would know, be like, okay, this is what she's talking about, she's stuck on point. I always made sure that I always reread each paragraph and each chapter of the book. I always made sure I wasn't having each paragraph the same. I did notice that a few times when I was writing my rough draft, I would kind of use a few of the same words at the same time, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. But I definitely enjoyed giving myself a few helpful tips just so I can definitely make sure I was given the right information and the right story that I wanted to write, and also make sure that it was a good book for people to read as well. And the two that I saved for last, which is copyright, which is the exclusive rights to something a person has written or otherwise created. What I mean by copyright is in each of my books that you guys get, as even if I was putting it on here, I do put in every video that the owner is me. I wrote it. You cannot make copies. You cannot do this. This is mine. I own it. I make sure whenever I send it to like a publisher or anything like that, I make sure, I do put a letter in there saying you cannot copy it, you cannot do this with it, you can't do that. I definitely make sure that there is some type of copyright letter or documentation in there when I do send it out. So you guys know, like, oh, okay, I can't copy it, I can't do this, but you are more than welcome, which I do put in the letter as well. You are more than welcome to share it with your family, your friends, your neighbors, your coworkers, which I will update on that about the copyright and information about the books in another video, so you guys can definitely learn about that. And another one is called confidentiality, which is an assessor of source for restricted information. That means if I was going to a local library or a publisher, I would only give that publisher half of the information he wants, and I'd give the library maybe a little bit more to be like, hey, I wrote this, this is my book, this is, I want to share it with you guys, I want to, make other people read it. As a publisher, I'd put, okay, well, there's restriction limits on the age, the time. I did write it, I did take the picture, I edited it, I, shared it with my fans, my friends, my family, my neighbors. I definitely would put a lot more restriction on a publisher than I would like a town library, knowing it would be safe. It wouldn't, leave the library. I might have a little bit more of a copyright on both of them. Which if you guys would like to know more about how I deal with publishers and how I send off my book, I will definitely do that in the next video. So you guys can definitely learn a little bit more if you would love to publish, and be able to learn a little bit more about how to deal with publishers and writing your own book. And I'm going to, which you guys know, I do have the book right here that I did look up for you guys, and you can get this on the Barnes & Noble website and app. It is online and in the store, and they do have this sometimes at Walmart, but it's a smaller version, and you can get this on Amazon as well, which I will leave that link in the description below for you. And a lot of you guys said that you guys did look up the book and everything. And I'm kind of read a little bit from what some of the questions that I use. My nose itched. And let you guys kind of read a little bit too. I'm going to show you some of the questions, and then I'm going to kind of read and answer them myself. Let me know if this green card's in the way. Okay. And I will leave that information of what I was reading to you guys, or what I showed to you guys, on our Instagram and Facebook page. I will definitely leave all that information and links to our Facebook and everything in this video. And one of the questions is, what in the world of your story makes you angry? Like, what are you guys not seeing? Which is a good question. That's why I enjoy this book, because it kind of gives you questions and answers and anything about the book. And that's one of the ones is, who makes you angry? What are you guys not seeing? Is there clues? Is there anything kind of pulling towards book 2, which there is. There's a lot of mystery going on through each chapter, which I will give you guys more information when I update book 2 and go over book 1 a little bit more for you guys. And another thing is there is a lot of anger and a lot of sadness and a lot of happiness and a lot of confusion through the book. I kind of wanted to base it on as a personality and like a real based world, as Kevin's going to like school, like how is he feeling about this? That's kind of how I wanted to base it on. And another question is your story realistic? Are your characters ordinary people? I would say my book is very realistic, and I can definitely say they are a lot of ordinary people, but they are also made up characters. They are not anyone in my life. They're not anyone based on people that I've known. This is all just made up from what I've written and what I've written down and what I've came up with. The real reason why I wanted to use normal names, because that was something I did kind of have a struggle with, is what am I going to name these characters? What am I going to call these characters? So that's one reason why I came up with normal names. But in book 2, if anyone can either guess or after you guys read it, there is a few character names that I use from some of my favorite TV shows and everything. So if you guys can ever guess or say, hey, I know that name, I know where it's from, I will definitely do like a little gift for you guys, or do like a giveaway for it. But I will go over more of book 2 in April when it comes out. And just know, as of April 1st, you can definitely get your pre-orders in for it and be able to create a good personality for the book. And another thing I wanted to kind of go over a little bit, which I may save a little bit for the next video, is a, if I can find it. something to say, which is something that I get a lot. And something to say means what will this character say, or what would you say if someone didn't like your book, or is this like a tip to use? And of course it is. It can be as either way as you want to take it. It can be definitely for something that you guys would like to know a little bit more, which I'm going to show you guys the first paragraph of, if I can, which I will definitely take a picture of this, and I will definitely put the highlighted information of it on my Facebook for you guys, just so you guys can definitely, hold on. Okay, I hope you guys did enjoy this little writer's edition. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this video. If you have not, like, comment, and subscribe. And hopefully my camera will be back up and working, because I did film this all on my phone. Hopefully the video and quality and stuff is good, which I'm sure it is. But if you guys have any other questions or anything, you're more than happy to either message me on Instagram, Facebook. You can always comment on a Twitter post as well. I do post on all three for you guys. And I hope you guys have a happy Tuesday. And I will see you guys back on Thursday.